Welcome back, and thank you for watching Toledo's most local 9 a.m. show. Good day.
Northwest Ohio is full of history, and you don't have to look too far to find it. Just check out the sites along the Maumee River, specifically Fort Meigs.
Don Thompson is, well, looking the part this morning. You brought us a new coffee table today, too.
Yes, I did, and I will frequently use it as such, especially out in the field. It's an all-purpose device.
It's all-purpose. Wonderful. Hey, you have a big weekend coming up. What's
Absolutely.
going on?
Well, Fort Meigs, of course, we're open 5 days a week. We have events almost every month, but this at the end of May is our big centerpiece, the centerpiece of our mission, which is to, commemorate the War of 1812, teach the War of 1812. So yes, massive reenactment. We have living historians coming from all over North America to camp with us, stay with us, teach with us, and give the public quite a spectacle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So demonstrations all days, and of course the big battle recreation. And it's always a lot of fun. We hope the entire area comes out to celebrate with us.
So, John, what are some of the highlights when it comes to reenactments, when it comes to history being shared? What are some of those highlights that you enjoy year after year to be able to share with the public?
I think as an educator, as a speaker, you can always see that moment when a light goes off in someone's head. Not everyone is into history, but if you can connect them as an interpreter, a historic interpreter, if you can connect them to something that they understand in their life, and that bridges the gap backwards, and it's just like, pow, it has a lot of meaning. And Fort Meigs in particular, because it is a battlefield, because it is a cemetery, there is a lot of sort of heavy magic in the air, and I think a lot of people can feel that when they get on our property. And to see the soldiers moving around, to see the women in camp and everything like that, it really, it can really immerse an individual and just, like I said, bridge that gap backwards.
I imagine that's
Powerful.
emotional. Yeah.
Oh, it's very powerful. Yeah.
They're there, and there's a feeling, there's a sense there, and that becomes emotional, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Monday is a big day too. It is Memorial Day, and you do something special for that.
Yeah, Memorial Day. Fort Meigs is the perfect place to celebrate Memorial Day. We are a military cemetery, and of course it is a historic battlefield. So we do have our big ceremony for the dead, and we move about the property to various grave sites that are there, and we do have a ceremony. We will teach all day the laments of the Army, the music for burial, what the Army did for each soldier that died. I would really love to see Fort Meigs become more of a centerpiece for the whole region, the whole viewing area. Just because of those things, rather than me trying to travel around to different locations to be part of a parade here or part of a parade there. I would love to see everyone come to Fort Meigs for Memorial Day, make it part of our story, everybody's actions that day can be focused, because Fort Meigs is a big jewel for Western Lake Erie, Northwest Ohio, Southeast Michigan. I mean, to have a real battlefield, a big part of the War of 1812, that's a significant story, and we should be proud and immerse ourselves in it.
So that War of 1812, for those folks at home right now, who was all involved in that war?
Basically everyone that was living in the region at the time. The United States, of course, will be fighting. The Empire of Great Britain is still in control of Canada, but the Canadian citizens are very involved in the war, their militia units. And then, of course, all the indigenous people that live in the region. They're trying to hang on to their homelands, their hunting grounds, their villages, and so they have a huge stake in this fight. And by the time it comes to the War of 1812, they have already been fighting for Ohio for 6-7 decades, and so this is going to be a really big push for them, and the American Indian armies that are operating in the region are the largest we'll see in history.
Yeah, and I think it'll highlight as well why we have certain towns with certain names.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
This is where it comes from those native tribes that were here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much native language in American English, place names in particular, rivers and towns like that. And most of the cities here in Northwest Ohio were really founded because the Army was operating in the region, and they needed bases, they needed forces forts and things like that to protect the supply lines. So
You can
the war-
learn about all of that
yeah,
background then.
yeah. The War of
That's why
1812
it's
is
called
just
that.
It's a
so
lot of
integral and so integral to this part of the nation. Yeah.
Which, your uniform that you're wearing here, who does that represent?
This is an American uniform, American musician uniform. A lot of people mistake it as a British because it is red.
Red.
But the musicians
coat.
in the Army, very, very important part of the Army, but they will wear the opposite colors of the soldiers around them. So a U.S. uniform is typically a blue coat with red collar and red cuffs. That's the distinctive uniform in the world. But the musicians are going to wear the opposite of that. And they're heavily outnumbered. So there's probably 100 soldiers wearing blue coats for every 1 or 2 musicians wearing red.
And was that like a neutral thing where like the opposing army would say, hands off the musicians?
No, musicians are particular targets, actually, but it's so officers can find the musicians quickly. Musicians function as the communication system for the Army, the long-distance communication.
Okay.
So if you need to understand what's happening somewhere else in camp or on the battlefield, you need your musician to interpret the signals that are being played elsewhere. Yeah.
Wow.
So really, the musician's the only one that's going to be able to understand what's happening. So they're a wealth of knowledge, and they will be, sought after. That's why they're targets, though.
Yeah,
Wow.
they were walkie-talkies at
Yeah,
the time.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You brought, so let's do something with the coffee table here.
Absolutely. This is my rope tension field drum, and it's a lot like a modern snare drum that we would have in the marching band today, but it's just tightened with rope and leather here. It's a lot deeper, so it has a lower pitch. It can travel a much greater difference, but it is a snare, so it's got gut snares down here. I don't know if we can see that.
Yeah.
It's got gut snares down here, so it still has that very crisp militaristic sound. Get the drag rope out of the way there. So it's that very definitive military sound that we have in drumming at the time. And if I can play
Please do.
a call, if you would like.
Yeah.
I don't want to blow out any microphones or anything like that. But it's just simple things. If I wanted to bring the Army together at a single location, we could play the assembly, as it's called, which is a quick little.
Wow, that puts out a lot of for just.
Yeah, it does.
You're
I
not
was playing
tapping it very loud, yeah.
Yes, quite lightly, yes. But it's designed to be heard, up to a mile away.
Wow,
So,
incredible. So families can learn all about this. Everything starts Saturday, yeah?
Saturday, 9:30, Sunday, same time. We'll be operating all day through 5. And then Monday, being a big holiday, we'll open at noon. The flags will go up, and I hope to see everybody out there.
Yeah,
It'll be
Fort
gorgeous.
Meigs in
I
Harrisburg.
feel like we just scratched the surface.
I know, right?
Of all of that.
Absolutely.
Learned a lot, though. Thanks,
Thank
John.
you so much for coming. We appreciate it. Yeah.
We'll be back with more Good Day. Stay with us.